Welcome back, folks, to more Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire, no Pokecenters, no Pokemarts. In the last episode, we started to explore this Route 118 area, getting ready to explore the rest of Route 119 above us. But unfortunately, before we do that, I realized after reading a couple of the comments that Breloom does not have Mach Punch yet. We learned Counter, but we forgot to replace Counter with Mach Punch, so that's slightly unfortunate, and we will have to go speed through and get that back. But I will use the speed up button, so it will somewhat reduce the time that it's going to take me to do that, but it is kind of an inconvenience. So here we go, let's use the speed up button and get there and get Mach Punch. And we almost fought that guy by accident, so that's good. Maybe I already did fight him, I can't remember. But another thing someone mentioned in the comments was fighting Gabby and Ty up here, the interviewer people, and they could be very useful. They do provide a decent amount of experience points as far as I'm concerned, to which I'm probably willing to fight them once we do get Mach Punch back, because both their Pokemon are weak to fighting. I think they have Magnemite and Whismur or something like that, and they slowly evolve. Eventually they get up to Magneton and Exploud and stuff, so they're pretty cool. You get to follow them along their way and do stuff like that. I probably won't do the interview and questioning stuff, because that's just kind of pointless really, and doesn't really help us in our long-term goal, but yeah, we did make it here to the Move to Her house, so we're going to relearn Mach Punch, which is going to be sweet, because Mach Punch is a really awesome move to have, especially on Breloom. So, let's do that. Learning Mach Punch. Boom. Alright, delete and remove. Yes, get rid of Counter. 1, 2, 3, poof. Okay, good. Get that Mach Punch on there. And now that we've done that, I'm just going to speed back all the way to Gabby and Ty's, which we can actually go take them on, which are the two interviewer people. And the reason I still have Swell at the front of the party is so that we can run from random stuff that's maybe faster than us, especially Marshtomp. Marshtomp's kind of slow, so he can tend to get trapped by decently speedy things, which can be annoying. And a bunch of our stuff from our party can get trapped by Trapinch in this section here, so definitely want to avoid that. There's a Baltoy, Cacnea. There's actually a ton of cool stuff in that area here, the desert. But here's Gabby and Ty, and I want to make sure I switch out Breloom to the front of our party. And because it's a double battle, I want Marshtomp there as well, because Marshtomp's definitely going to help in this battle, given that Magnemite's 4 times weak to ground-type stabs, so it's certainly going to help us here. So, up first, Gabby and Ty. We got Whismur and Magnemite, as I mentioned before. So Mach Punch should be able to deal with Whismur, whereas Mudslap, since it's 100% accurate, should deal with Magnemite. And that does finally clear up a spot for Marshtomp to learn a new move, to which I think he's actually going to get a level up move very shortly. I don't know exactly when. I think it might be 31. But I don't want to teach him anything just yet. I'm probably going to replace Water Gun with Surf eventually. But these people want to interview me, but we don't really want to take time to do an interview because it's kind of stupid. It can be fun, but I just don't really feel like wasting time with that. We want to get to more important stuff in this video. So I don't think I'll bother speeding up this anymore. We're running and getting there decently fast, so I can't remember if I did fight that guy before, so I'm just gonna dodge him again. This guy with the yellow hair here, and get over here, and we can fight Gabby and Ty again. To which, yeah, we'll stick with Marshtomp and Breloom again. Let's go. But yeah, you have to fight them there first before you can fight them here, since they weren't here before. That's kind of obvious. And they kind of follow you around. You can fight them, like, I think after the flying type gym area, somewhere along there. I don't know where else they appear, but yeah. Mach Punch should be able to deal with Loudred. And that's what do I want to do? Nothing I do is going to kill Magnemite in one hit. We'll just use Dig on Magnemite. Less chance of damage if he does choose to attack Marshtomp. It does waste a Dig, unfortunately, since Mach Punch is probably going to kill Magnemite anyways, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Maybe he'll attack Marshtomp Come on, attack Marshtomp. That'd be really nice. Of course, just T-Wave Breloom. That's fine. So, hopefully we do hit this Mach Punch. If not, Dig will take it out anyways, and we should be faster. Which I think we did, because we did Dig first, so that didn't really matter. And I do have a Cherry Berry to get rid of the paralysis, so Breloom doesn't really care too much about that. Blah blah blah, want to interview me again, and we don't really care about them again, so unfortunately we're gonna have to say no. I do want to get rid of that paralysis though. There we go. And what else did I want to do? I wanted to give Soft Sand maybe. Yeah, we'll give Soft Sand to Marshtomp for now. And then I want to switch Magnemite out to the front of the party. Actually, no. I still want Breloom for an upcoming fight. Okay. I got that stuff there. Yes. Okay. So now we can fight this guy here, who's got a Swellow and a Tailo, and I believe Mach Punch should be able to deal with Tailo before it becomes an issue, but it's not going to be able to when it kills Swellow, unfortunately, just because it's not super effective. It is resisted, or not as resisted, it's neutral to these guys because they are part normal type, but it's just not strong enough to take out Swellow. So we're gonna go to what's his face, Magnemite here, Jasmine, and at 11 HP, because we're Steel type, I think we can actually take a hit from this thing. So we're gonna go for Spark and hopefully kill it. And Double Team is not good. I don't want to waste, don't want to miss. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Yes, okay, good. That should KO it. Phew. That was potentially a bigger issue than I had intended. Double Team can get really annoying. So we did hit through that, and let's see. I think Magnemite can actually still live a hit from the poke over here. So we're going to keep Magnemite in. Hopefully live a hit, hopefully kill this thing in one shot. So let's go with that. See what we can do. Come on, Magnemite. Be clutch. Be clutch. You can do it. We got a Wingull here. And Magnemite. Wingle's pretty speedy, so it's gonna outspeed us. Wing attack is gonna be resisted. And yeah, 2 damage, not even close. And Spark will KO. Yeah, 4 times super effective. And if it KO'd a Swellow, it's gonna KO a Wingull. And that gets us to 28, so really close to our goal here with Jasmine. Once it gets to Magneton, we definitely get a massive boost in power. I think Magneton is like 120, I want to say 120, maybe 125 special attack, and that's really sweet. So I am going to Super Potion though, because I want Magnemite at full. It's only going to be a 48 point increase in HP. But that's more than fine. That's basically a Super Potion. For here, though, I want to switch. No, Sableye is not really going to be too useful for us right now. We want Swellow at the front of our party because a bunch of the trainers in this section here all have Bug-type Pokemon, which are going to get 1-hit KO'd by Wing Attack. So Swellow's definitely going to take advantage of those, and Magnemite is going to take advantage of the EXP gain. So I do want to fight all of them, just because we have such an abundance of wing attacks, I may as well use them. And we will eventually be getting Aerial Ace, which will do the exact same thing Wing Attack does. I think it has the exact same base power, just less PP, and Wing Attack, or Aerial Ace doesn't miss. So those are the only key differences, but other than that, base power is the same. Under normal circumstances, accuracy is the same as well, so it's kind of negligible. The PP is whatever, because I can learn Aerial Ace and then I could relearn Wing Attack later, so it's not really too big of a deal. More than enough heart scales to satisfy us for most of this game. So we do have Ethers and Max Ethers and Elixirs and Lepa Berries and all that good stuff, and we have an abundance of those right now, so I'm not too concerned about PP. And for the most part, our party is fairly decent in health, so I'd say we're doing pretty good for ourselves right now. So down goes Silcoon and Beautifly. Let's go. should be able to deal with that without too much trouble. And like I said, this entire area is littered with bug-type Pokemon, to which Wing Attack, from Swellow is definitely going to one-hit KO pretty much everything in this area. And because we're so fast, I think we even outsped that Ninjask, which has like base 160 something speed. I can't remember exactly, but needless to say, Swellow is amazing for this section of the game, simply for that raw power and speed. We get a free Super Repel there, to which I'm more than fine with picking that up, even though I did toss a couple repels earlier in this run, mostly for that just saving space and whatnot. But we're doing pretty well here, just powering through, killing off some bug Pokemon, and I believe Magnemite's getting pretty close to a level up, or he should, to which once he gets to 29, that's one more away. And even though Spark is kind of weak, it's not that great. Even though Spark is not that weak, it's still useful because of that raw special attack. Here we have a chance to learn Endeavor, to which I could get rid of Double Team if I wanted to, but Endeavor's not going to one-hit KO anything, purely for the fact that it puts the opponent at the exact same HP we are at. And I don't want Swellow to be at a low HP anyways, because we're trying to keep it at a high health, so it's just not going to be as useful. I can still spam Double Teams if I want to hope for hacks and stuff, so it's really negligible. Both of them are probably never going to be used anyways. And since Double Team has more PP and more usage, I'm just going to keep with that. So, that's my explanation there. Some of you may find use for Endeavor, but I just don't really see it right now. I can always relearn it later if I do want Endeavor, but I really doubt it's going to come into play at all. So, just keep moving on here. And I don't think there's any hidden items around just yet. Did we fight this guy? Yeah, we did. I know we can fight that guy up there. Unfortunately, you can't run in this tall grass. And oh, Tropius, really sweet. We're just gonna run from that. Hidden item? No. Okay, so we gotta kill this bug dude here. That scientist, actually, I think everyone here is like a bug catcher, bug maniac, I don't know, something like that. But we're gonna power through, and hopefully I can get a lot of stuff done here. I'm hoping to get all the way up to the Weather Institute in this part, because the Weather Institute is really only like 4 or 5 battles, and it's not that long. And then shortly after that we get a chance to fight the rivals, so I'm more than willing to maybe extend this episode by a bit just to get in all that stuff, and should be a lot of fun. So far our party's doing pretty okay, and I guess the main thing I can talk about here, since we basically are just going to power through these trainers, is what's going on in NFL free agency. I know there's a lot of stuff, moves that different teams have been made, and NFL is definitely going to be looking a lot different in the coming year. Unfortunately for me, as a Patriot fan, we lost Welker to the Broncos. They gave him a contract that he was apparently was happier with, and he took it. So Welker's gone, and now we're stuck with Danny Amendola, and I'm not too disappointed with the move. I think he's gonna be okay in the system. He's a decent receiver from what I've seen. The only issue I see with him is he seems pretty injury prone, so I don't really trust him from that angle. But we'll see what he can do under a full season. Unfortunately, there's a protect there, so always a move. But yeah, I know. Who else was the other big name signings? I think Darrell Revis is talking about getting traded. Some other moves like that, but Reggie Bush in Detroit, stuff like that. So definitely some interesting moves to keep track of, and that's what I love about free agency. It just kind of shakes up things, even though for the most part a lot of free agents don't really pan out for a lot of teams. It definitely adds a little, I don't know, niche to the game where different things can come out, teams can switch it up a bit. And I definitely want that item there. I think it's a decent one. Maybe it's like a hyper potion. Please be like a hyper potion. That'd be really sweet. Ha, yes, Hyper Potion, boom. Awesome. What's this guy? Hyper Potions aren't really going to help me right now, given that it's basically a full heal on whoever I want to use it on. But my pokes are nowhere near 200 HP, and nor do I anticipate them even getting close to 200 HP. Especially given that we're really close to, well, I wouldn't say close, but a decent distance away from the end of the game. And I just don't see us being in range where a Hyper Potion is even going to be that beneficial. Like, maybe if you somehow had a Chansey, but you're not going to heal over 200 HP in game unless you really overlevel your Pokemon, so it's kind of a waste. In this house here is a bunch of Wingles, which are pointless, and some lady that talks about the Origin Cave, so needless to say, it's basically useless to us. Up here is a Zinc, though, to which I think it boosts special defense, I want to say. Yeah, Iron is defense, Zinc must be special defense. Let's go with that. Zinc, Zinc, Zinc. Use on Marsh Top, or... That's interesting now. We'll give it to... what's his face? Magnemite? Yeah. That's his face. And I think we want to switch into Magnemite now. Getting pretty close to level up. And we're going to fight this trainer here. He's got a bunch of water Pokemon, so Magnemite should be able to take advantage of that. Go Magikarp. And even though Spark only has 20 PP, I don't really feel like it's a waste to really toss them around here. Splash is going to do nothing, to which it always does nothing, except for that 1 in 255 chance where it actually KOs something, but you know, that's just Pokemon lore for you, right? I'm going to switch to Marshtomp here because Dig should be able to one-hit KO this thing, and I think we're going to be faster, to which I hope we're faster. Level 21, yeah, we're going to be faster. So, Dig will one-hit KO. I'm sure Spark would have as well, but I wasn't sure if we were going to be faster. But if Marshtomp's faster, Magnemite's definitely faster, so I guess that was playing it a little bit safer than we needed to. But, whatever, I'm more than fine with using a Dig there. That's whatever. Feebas comes back in, and to which he's basically as threatening as Magikarp. I think his only move is Splash as well. So Spark is going to deal with that, no problem. One-hit KO that Feebas. Go Magnemite, doing work, putting in time at the office and filling out forms, eating a bagel, sending faxes like a bus, yo. Carvana. I think we want to send in Breloom. Yeah, we'll go with Breloom. Why not? Spark would want to KO it as well, but we'll just throw a Mach Punch. We'll take that Rough Skin damage because I expect to use Mega Drain further down the road, so I'm more than fine with tossing a Mach Punch there and healing up later. So, kill out that guy, and we can move over here and find some more stuff, so... that guy doesn't fight us, and in this bushes here we can hopefully get through, but unfortunately we fight random Lanoons. Please be faster. Frank. Mudsport, okay. Please let us run, please let us run, please let us run. Yes, okay, and that's precisely the reason why I want Swellow at the front of the party, which I did make a mistake there in having Magnemite out. Faster Pokemon can trap us, and that's exactly what I don't want to risk, because if you run, you waste a turn, and they have a potential to actually hit you for unnecessary damage, so don't want to take that stuff. And obviously Magnemite would have taken that really nicely anyways, because it's only going to fire off normal type stabs, and right there we get awesome items, 2 Leppa Berries and 2 Citrus Berries, so that's a total of 60 HP and 20 PP, so really sweet stuff. One of the reasons I did switch out the Mach Bike for the Acro Bike is for this section right here. And because of our acro bike, we can actually like hop around and do like bunny hops and stuff. And jump over that little bridge there. So that allows us to get access to this area over here, where we have a hidden calcium. And calcium, I think it raises special attack, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And since the only really special attacker on our team, other than maybe Marshtomp, is Jasmine, we're going to give it to Jasmine, because that's just going to further boost the power of our Sparks. So, I believe there's... No more hidden items, really? No, for some reason I thought there was something else there. I guess you can build a secret base there. That's the only other point of note here. So let's hop back down here. Get off the acro bike, since we can't actually get through the grass while we're on our bike. And since our bike isn't registered, I can't actually just deselect it like that. But let's go up here, and hopefully Swellow has enough to KO this Pokemon up here. It's a couple grass Pokemon, I think. Let's see. No, we're gonna be fine. Let's go. Come on, Swellow. Pull your mustard. Just finish off this poke. Let's go, Swellow. Just wreck fools. See, I'm getting the names. I'm learning them already, right? Like, I'm totally mastering this thing. Swellow. Yeah, so close. So close. No stun spore. Well, at least we're guts boosted quick attack. So, seems okay. Of course you've got a full restore. Guts boosted quick attack. Watch it 1-hit KO. Nope. Alright, wing attack. Go. Acid. Well, at least we can't get poisoned. Although, I don't even know what acid does poison. Pretty sure acid's just damage. So, Swellow does take a bit damage there. But, shouldn't be a big deal for us. We can heal off the paralysis. Frick. Forgot she had 2 Pokemon. Well, hopefully we don't take too much damage from Magical Leaf, which will be resisted at least. That hurt a lot more than... Really? Okay, well, now that's a Soda Pop. Seriously? That's so stupid. I didn't want to waste crap, but we're going to have to. That's really stupid. Well, Mega Drain's weaker than Magical Leaf, so there's a silver lining, right? Yeah, totally a silver lining. Let's just hopefully kill with Wing Attack. Oh, yes, Leech Seed. We're not going to take damage. Don't get paralyzed. Yes, okay, good. So at least we don't take damage there. That's fine. Ha! Well, we're probably going to have to heal off Swellow anyways, and we ended up with a little bit more HP than we were with Acid, so there's a silver lining. There's a silver lining everywhere. You can see the optimism right there. That's awesome. Yes! Ha! Magnemite does get to level 30 though, and because of that, we actually get to evolve into Magneton, and that's, like I said, a huge boost in power for Magnemite. I think that special attack rises, HP, speed, defenses, HP, all that good stuff. So, in a run like this, evolving is definitely more advantageous than sticking to a lower evolution. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that special attack, 86. That's really sweet. Heck of a lot higher than anything else we've got lying around. And I think I do want to take off his EXP share though, and I want to give it to... I think I want to give it to Marshtomp, because I don't know if Marshtomp's going to be as used in the next few areas, or the next small portion of the game. So we'll switch out items there, and I definitely want to heal off that paralysis. So go Cherry Berry again. Quickly, paralysis is becoming an issue, but we still have 3 to restore it and a bunch of full heals, so not really a big concern. I did want Swellow unparalyzed though, especially for this next fight here, which is going to be against this guy. He's got a poke that we can one-shot with Swellow, so that's really nice. I think Breloom is his poke, and he's going to be 4 times super effective against our wing attack, so let's go wing attack. And he does not Mach Punch, which is fine. I'd rather not take a bunch of damage there. And wing attack does 1-hit KO, so we get a bunch of XP. Marshtomp gets his XP, and we can quickly move on. So, let's see here. No hidden items there. If we had our Mach Bike, we could quickly go up this way and pass that guy, but unfortunately we don't. So it is a downside, and no hidden items there, it seems. I know there's an item somewhere around here, very close by, so I'm more than willing to grab that before we take on our next trainer, which I believe has a couple bug types and poison types and stuff. And yes, there it is. What do we got here? Elixir, yes, Elixir's really sweet. I think that's our first Elixir, actually. Yep, first Elixir. So Elixir does heal 10 PP on everything, every move a Poke has, so it's pretty sweet. We do want to leave with Swallow here, though, so let's go with that. Like I said, this guy's got Bug and Poison type Pokemon, so Swallow's the way to go. At least to lead off with. And I think we're almost to the Weather Institute, so that's really sweet. And I should be able to fit it in this video, provided I can quickly dispatch this guy and the trainers to follow. So, Coughing, though, is physically defensive. So we want to switch to our special attacker in Magneton. And let's just test out the power of Spark for a second here, folks. We've got a Coughing here. Obviously, neutral hit. Spark, only 65 base power. Go Spark. Boom, 1-hit KO. Oh, crit. Hard to say, but I'm pretty sure that was a KO regardless, because his special defense isn't as great. But you guys can argue about it in the comments. You know, gotta love those crits. But Swallow here is trucking along. He's gonna 1-hit KO this Ninjask, to which it doesn't protect, which is nice. And there was a poke I did actually consider for a while. I did consider using a Shedinja for my party, simply for the fact that a lot of the pokes from gym leaders and stuff can't touch Shedinja, but it does die to a lot of in-game stuff. So arguably it has its pluses, it has its benefits, has its negatives, but I just opted to not use it. It will be kind of cool though. Let's see here. I do want to switch to Breloom, I think. Yeah, let's go Breloom. Alright. I think Breloom should be able to handle her. We've got 4 small trainers and 1, like, I guess, leader for this little area here, to which Breloom and Magnemite both wreck this area here, in particular. Rough Skin's marginal. Like I said, I'm going to be using a Mega Drain very shortly on the leader's Carvana, so that's going to give me the most HP gain in return. And this guy here is weak to Magneton, so let's go. Go Jasmine, pulling her weight. So this guy here, I believe, has a Zubat, to which 1 Spark is going to dispatch that. And even though Spark is getting down there, I do have plenty of stuff to restore it. Only 14 left, but more than enough still. So down goes Zubat, and Magneton is quickly the highest level in our party. Or he's quickly become the highest level in our party, surprisingly. But stuff is staying pretty close to where it needs to be. I'm not too concerned about our levels because we do have super effective advantage on a lot of upcoming stuff. Having electric and grass type stab in this game, even though Breloom's grass stab isn't the best, is really sweet given the abundance of water type Pokemon. And so especially having Magneton with super effective electric attacks with stab, that's really a beneficial part. I can also teach him Thunderbolt, but I gonna hold off on that for now, just because I don't know whether I really want to yet. So we're gonna switch back into Breloom here. This guy, and yeah, the main reason I did pick up Magneton is because of its stab. Super effective electric type moves are just way too strong in this game. In Ruby they may not have as much of a presence because of the abundance of fire and like Numel and Camerupt and stuff, and being ground type. But in Sapphire especially, water type Pokemon just all over the place. It's kind of ridiculous. So we got a Carvanha here, to which once again, Mach Punch, definitely gonna deal with this thing. And we're gonna go down to 44, which does kind of suck, but whatever. One Mega Drain on the leader's Carvanha is probably gonna give us to nearly full, so more than fine with tossing Mach Punches around there. And we only have a limited number of Mega Drains anyways, so that's perfectly fine. Yes, go to this guy. Alright. Poochyena, that's gonna get Mach Punched. And like I said, it's a good thing we went back for Mach Punch because we've already used 10 right there. So, definitely beneficial to go back for that. I have no regrets in doing so. Next is up is Zubat, so Magnemite, gonna go to work. We're getting pretty close to the end of the episode here. We got one more fight after this. And go Spark. Boom. Alrighty. And Jasmine is doing work. Carvanha's next, to which I think I'm just gonna Spark it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Should be faster. Yes, okay. Spark's not contact, right? Okay, good. Ha. Oh, it is. Frig. Totally forgot about that. Probably better to just go to Mach Punch there. But, whatever. I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, now we want to switch back. Breloom. Nope, Breloom's already there. So that's fine. Let's just go. And I'll show you the power of Mega Drain. So, this is the leader, or what's she called? Admin. There you go. That's the name. And she's got two Pokemon, Carvanha and Mightyena. Mightyena was a bit of a pain and a threat early on in the game, but no longer is it an issue for us. Breloom could probably do a decent chunk to it, and there you go, Mega Drain fully healing us. Amazing. And Marshtomp gets level 30 as well. That's awesome. He's just kind of hanging out there. Let's see. Mightyena, though, we're going to go to Jasmine, because Jasmine resists its Dark-type stab, as well as not taking effect from its Intimidate as well, because we do hit on the special side. And hopefully Spark can at least 2-hit KO. It should be able to 2-hit KO. Probably won't 1-hit KO. That's fine. We take a bite, and very negligible damage. And hopefully Sonic Boom kills. Yes, it does hit. And there we go, Mightyena down. So definitely, like I said, not as much a threat once you acquired a Steel type. So Magneton doing work, emptying out the Weather Institute, and one more area cleared. So that allows us to progress further in the game. And this guy here gives you a cast form, but I won't be using that. It's a free Pokemon, so it's worth noting in a run like this, but for the most part, cast form's just not going to be as useful. Sure, it can set up weather, but a lot of things can set up weather when you've got the move. And there is a rival fight here. You know what? Let's just jump right into it. Let's just go. Go rival fight. We've got like 1 minute left, 30 seconds, whatever. Let's just run through. Oh, and today is Pie Day, by the way, so to all of those who are watching this on Pie Day, enjoy a slice of pie, because Pie Day is awesome. I had some apple pie earlier, and that was really sweet. I meant to make a mention of Pie Day at 3 minutes and 14 seconds into this video, but since we're already late on that, yeah, Go Pie Day. Hopefully Water Gun kills. It's really weak, but come on, Water Gun, do your stuff. 4 times super effective stab. Yeah, Water Gun. What a champ. Go Marshtomp, your boss. Grovyle. Let's go with Swallow. Swallow's pretty fast. Grovyle's pretty weak. And Wing Attack should be able to one-hit KO it, hopefully. Grovyle may be a threat to... really? Really? Well, Screech. That... whatever. I feel like she's going to Potion here, so I'm going to Wing Attack. Oh, whatever. She's not. That's fine. May is probably one of the worst rivals in this game, or in the series of Pokemon. It's just... she doesn't really do much offensively. She doesn't fully evolve her pokes. She doesn't even use items, apparently, to which I was unaware. And let's see. We've got 2 Leech Seeds left. 2 Headbutts are probably going to want to KO this thing, but I want to get some HP back for when it does hit us, and Leech Seed does hit, which is nice. So he's going to use a move. Water Pulse is his choice, to which we take a bit of damage. That's fine. And we restore some with our Leech Seed, so that's nice. And let's go with Headbutt. It's going to be stronger than Mach Punch anyways, and crit. Let's go with that anyways. We get to full. Crit would have KO'd it if I didn't waste a Leech Seed anyways, but whatever, we'll take it. Just gotta love those crits, and I know I'm gonna get a Xerxes comment talking about the crit, but that's fine. We get HMO2, which is awesome. HMO2 is gonna be useful for flying around, but we can't get it. We can't use it outside of battle until we get the Fortree badge. So fortunately, we can't do that. But in the next part, I'm gonna explore the rest of this area because I know there's some decent items around this area once I use Surf and stuff. But in the meantime, we will throw Swallow into the front of the party, just in case I forget about that next time. But yeah, there goes Swallow, and that's going to be it for this part. We did get a lot of stuff done. We took down the Weather Institute, we fought another rival fight, and got a bunch of items and a bunch of levels. Magnemite evolved, so tons of stuff getting done. But it's been a great part, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.